Next on Worcester News tonight, the frenzy to buy lottery tickets is on. What would you do with more than $1 billion? Plus, picking the right pumpkin for your needs. Breezy Gardens in Leicester offers plenty of options. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. Today could be the day you become a billionaire. Tickets are being sold as fast as they can be printed. The jackpot for tonight's Mega Millions drawing is a record $1.6 billion, but the chances of winning are slim. Our Chandler Walsh joins us now to explain. Chandler?
Olivia, as of last hour, Mass State Lottery says about 11,000 Mega Millions tickets are being sold per minute, but a math professor tells me your chances of being struck by lightning or becoming the next president are much higher than winning big tonight. This is what Carmela Kraus would do if she won the Mega Millions. She's vying for the chance to win $1.6 billion.
I just got a Mega Millions ticket. I never really bought it before.
The record-breaking jackpot has some who don't usually play rushing to buy those small slips of paper.
That'd be a pretty good deal. Yeah, I could pay off a lot of college debt for my kids.
But the probability of winning just one in more than 300 million. Becker College mathematics professor Anna Titova says this probability is calculated by how many number options there are. In Mega Millions, players select 5 numbers between 1 and 70 and a last number between 1 and 25.
I would have to take my 70 chances for the first, 70 for the second, 70 for the third, fourth, and fifth, and multiply them all together. Then there is also extra 1 number to win the jackpot, which is selected out of 25.
And if you're already lost, more simply, Titova says there's a 3 times greater probability of becoming president of the United States if the selection was random than selecting winning numbers.
At this point, we have about 120 million people who are registered voters that are above 35 years old. So the probability of you being a president in this case is 1 out of 120 million.
Yet even with near impossible chances, players on West Boylston Street in Worcester are still going for it.
It's a little nerve-wracking, but I just hope I win because I want the money.
You can't win if you don't try.
Tonight's drawing is at 11 p.m. and Olivia, I didn't let the probability scare me from buying a ticket for the newsroom. If we win, my victory dance will go a little something like this. Olivia?
All right, that was awesome. Thank you, Chandler. And we are counting down to the World Series. First pitch is just hours away at Fenway. Cassie Arsenault has more on all of the excitement outside of Fenway.
Program for today's game 1 of the World Series, Red Sox versus Dodgers.
It's here.
They're going to go all the way this year. It's their time.
More than a century since the two franchises faced off in the Fall Classic. This time, no Babe Ruth and the Dodgers aren't the Brooklyn Robins. But this matchup has Fenway coming alive.
Howdy.
Grabbing for last-minute swag, camping out for last-minute tickets.
Brought the coolers, we got waters, we got all our food for the Italian grinders.
Even some last-minute surprises.
Holy
We'll give Pat a pass on that slip of the tongue. She and her 3 girlfriends just found out her nephew is sending them to the game.
I'm spending $80 on a sweatshirt and I don't care. This is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Good thing we're getting a raise in Social Security.
People with tickets are calming their nerves over at the Cask and Flagon.
I will have another beer.
Waiting for the sun to go down, the lights to go on, and that first pitch to set it all off. A lot of people still trying to get tickets even right up until this game starts, trying to get inside the stadium. But of course, these bars around Fenway are going to be packed with people trying to get the best seat in the house, which sometimes is right in front of the TV. We're at Fenway. Cassie Arsenault, Worcester News Tonight.
And Boston city officials today detailed their plan to keep everyone safe during the World Series. John Maroney has more from City Hall, where Mayor Walsh and Commissioner Gross spoke about safety.
The Red Sox are headed to the World Series.
The World Series, it's a big deal. So security around Fenway Park for the October Classic will be stepped up as the Red Sox take on the Dodgers.
The Red Sox catchphrase this season is do damage. That's for the players on the field, not the fans in the street.
The Red Sox are world champions.
It's not a new drill given the success of the Sox and other city teams, but authorities say they're always working to improve their plans to keep people safe. This latest championship run is no different.
We've been here before. All we're asking folks is to act like we've been here before. And those that are college students or visiting, we just ask you to respect our city.
There will be added law enforcement around Fenway, including on the tops of nearby buildings. Plus, the city's been meeting with colleges to keep students in line, and the streets around Fenway will be closed to all traffic about an hour before the game.
If you see something, say something. Tell a security guard, a fan ambassador, police officer, we're here to help and make sure everyone has a safe and enjoyable time.
Law enforcement will be a big part of the World Series here in Boston, but fans are being asked to play an important role themselves, outside and inside the ballpark.
Have fun, cheer and celebrate, be passionate Boston sports fans, but be responsible.
John Maroney for Worcester News Tonight.
Shrewsbury Town Meeting members giving support for a new $92.8 million elementary school. The district superintendent sharing this rendering of what the new school will look like. He says the project is critically important. It will replace the 96-year-old Beale Early Childhood Center. Residents will vote on the funding in November's election to authorize the spending. The Spencer building, slated for demolition, may be getting new life. Monday, the Board of Selectmen unanimously agreed to authorize the town to negotiate the sale of the Sujan block. Thomas Gregory is now authorized to begin negotiations with developer Peter Vento, who plans to redevelop the property. The building needs about $6 million in repairs. November's state election is 2 weeks from today, and the race to replace longtime Register of Deeds Anthony Vigliotti is down to 2 candidates. A former state representative and city real estate lawyer are working to get the votes. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us now with more. Brittany?
Olivia, this is the first time in 46 years there's been a contested race. The Worcester County Registry of Deeds oversees 55 towns and cities, and their job is to maintain public records and documents. The Register of Deeds race is heating up as Election Day approaches. Republican Kate Campanelli and Democrat Catherine Toomey are hoping to take the seat left open by 46-year incumbent Tony Vigliotti.
The Registry of Deeds has been around since the 1700s. It's been an elected position since then.
Register of Deeds is the maintainer of all the land title documents. Every scrap of land, whether you're driving on a highway, whether you're at a land trust, whether it's your home.
The Worcester County Register of Deeds hasn't had a contested election for more than 4 decades. Campanelli is the former 17th Worcester District representative. She says her experience would translate well in this new role.
When was the last time you went into or had any interaction with a government agency with a smile and were friendly and were helpful? And that's what I spent my career doing. So between my management and customer service skills, I think we can really come in and bring the registry into the 21st century.
Toomey is a real estate attorney in Worcester. This is her first time running for election. She says her 18-year career has prepared her for the Registry of Deeds.
To me, the most important part is the land title documents. Every document that's recorded becomes a legal document that's not erasable. It's not, you have to fix it. So in my mind, it's important that we keep that system aligned and doing it the right way.
Tuesday is the second day of early voting. Hundreds have already voted in the city, and both candidates say it makes a big difference.
I think it's great for the accessibility. I saw a nice lineup of people early voting, and they were all excited talking about it with their booklets and questions to be answered. So I think it's pretty cool.
Coming in to use the senior center here that we're at today, oh, I can go in and vote. Yes. So I think it's very convenient for people.
This is the second time early voting has been offered in the state. It continues through November 2nd with Election Day on the 6th. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
And Monday, the 2 candidates for Worcester County District Attorney squaring off in a debate. Incumbent Joseph Early Jr. and candidate Blake Rubin sparred off on a variety of topics, the two not seeming to agree on much from the start.
Sickened me how you ran that office, and that's quite frankly why I ended my initial idea of being a career prosecutor. It was because of you.
If it was such a bad office, I don't know why you asked for your job back so many times.
Candidates discussed a variety of topics, including diversity, the opioid crisis, and ethics. Some answers even got a bit personal.
Here right now and leave the office ethically.
Thank you. And I suppose that's why you donated to my campaign after you left.
And questions were provided by numerous local organizations as well as members of the audience. Known for causing traffic headaches and crashes, Kelley Square in Worcester is set to undergo a major redesign. A second public meeting about improvements to the intersection is set for 6 p.m. Wednesday night at the Crompton Collective. More than 100 people attended the first meeting earlier this month. Mass DOT and the city are developing the project in anticipation of a minor league ballpark being built next door. And we're getting a first look inside the new Blackstone Heritage Corridor Visitor Center in Worcester. After years of planning, it is finally complete. The center will serve as a gateway to Worcester and surrounding communities. The 3,500 square foot building features art exhibits, interactive maps, meeting, and classroom space. There are many features outside the building as well, including a 5-acre park, bike, and walking paths. Acting Executive Director Devin Kurtz says they wanted to create a place for both the community to gather as well as a place where visitors can learn about their past and where they're headed in the future.
We're a connecting hub. I like to think we're a bicycle hub with all of those spokes that are part of a bicycle wheel that go out. So everyone comes here, gets some information, hangs out for a bit, and then takes one of those spokes, whether it's going to Restaurant Week on Shrewsbury Street, or the Worcester Art Museum, or down to Slater Mill in Pawtucket.
The center will be officially open to the public this Saturday, October 27th. If you're looking for a Halloween decoration or new fall decor, Breezy Gardens in Leicester may be the place to go. With more than 200,000 pounds of pumpkins, the farm is fully stocked. Our Rosalind Flaherty joins us now with more. Rosalind?
Olivia, there are many different kinds to choose from, and the owners say they are grateful they got great pumpkins this year despite the weather. A quick hayride at Breezy Gardens in Leicester brings customers to their pumpkin patch. And despite the warm summer, co-owner Kim Michek says they produced a great crop.
Beautiful pumpkins, plenty of size.
The farm grows about 100 tons of pumpkins every year and sells a variety of different kinds.
Oz, baby bear, sugar pumpkins, Cinderella pumpkins.
Michek says the only problem they've had is all the rain, making it difficult to pick your own.
Unusual mud this year with really heavy rains repeatedly through September and October.
They've had to improvise, adding an extra row of pumpkins along the grass so people don't get stuck in the mud. Michek says the goal to picking the perfect pumpkin is to choose one with a strong stem. But the shape depends on what someone is looking for.
Some people love the long, tall, thin ones that make interesting, sort of goofy looking faces. Other people really want a round, plump, short pumpkin with a big, heavy stem.
Now, Michek says the season usually runs from the end of September until Halloween, so there's still plenty of time to pick the right one. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.